Hello and welcome to my channel, where I hope to cover different topics from the world of foreign affairs, focusing mostly on the relations between the European Union and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, but also traveling and any other topics that I find interesting, and hopefully you will too. Very briefly, the EU Deforestation Regulation, which is due to come into force in 2024, will require exporters of certain commodities from countries around the world to prove that those commodities did not come from land which had been subject to deforestation. If you'd like to find out more about the EUDR and how it impacts the relations between the European Union and ASEAN, please do check out my blog post, which I link down in the video description. Now, it's worth highlighting that Indonesia and Malaysia are the world's top palm oil exporters. Combined, they account for around 85% of the world's palm oil exports. Both countries have expressed concerns with respect to how the EUDR will impact the farmers based in Malaysia and Indonesia. And back in May 2023, they sent an envoy to Brussels to essentially voice their concerns and start negotiations with the EU. All the parties have met again, so there was a meeting at the end of June 2023 where it was agreed that a joint task force would be set up between Indonesia, Malaysia and the European Commission to essentially tackle the issues caused by EUDR and try to find common ground. The first meeting of the joint task force has now taken place. It was held in Jakarta, and I'd just very quickly like to provide you an update on what was discussed. Astrid Schomacher, who's the Director for Green Diplomacy and Multilateralism at the European Commission, actually acknowledged the fact that both Indonesia and Malaysia made progress in terms of reducing deforestation, and she also welcomed the fact that both countries would like to share information around deforestation and seek clarification around the impact of EUDR. Another topic covered during the meeting was around the implementation of sustainable palm oil initiatives in both Indonesia and Malaysia. Now, this is really important because I believe the EU is now the largest consumer of sustainable palm oil. So there are definitely some opportunities for both Indonesia and Malaysia to make progress in producing sustainable palm oil and keep exporting as much of it as possible to the European Union. The terms of reference of the joint task force were also mentioned, and those include, for example, the inclusivity of those smallholders in the supply chain, but also data protection issues and the relevant national certification schemes. So that covers both land legality and, importantly, the cutoff date for deforestation. The next meeting was tentatively scheduled for the end of November 2023 with location to be confirmed. Now, hopefully that gives all parties enough time to come prepared and tackle all the relevant issues. It is also expected that the joint task force will conclude its work by the end of 2024. However, that work can be extended if necessary, if all parties agree. So overall, I would see this as a positive development, with all parties keen to work at pace to tackle the key issues. So hopefully you found the video helpful, but do let me know what other topics you would like me to cover in the future videos. Don't forget to subscribe and to check out my blog. Link is down in the description. Thanks very much and see you soon.